Week 6 of high school football. Some great matchups tonight. Scores and highlights coming up next on Lakeshore Scoreboard.
Doing as much as you can, as quickly as you can, is important to me. Life is short, and the earlier we get started helping our community, the better off our community will be.
All right, big week of high school football, week 6. Some conference standing implications across Northwest Indiana. We will get to our game of the week later to see if Crown Point and Valpo battle for the lead in the Dual Link Conference. But another big conference game was Andrean and Hobart.
I'm very excited when this one came down to the wire.
Yeah. Well, let's get some highlights. First off, Andrean and Hobart homecoming at the Brickyard, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we had a couple homecoming games.
Yes.
All right, we're going to start off here with a Noah Elrich run here. And it's cleaned up pretty easily there by Andrean. That's Jalen Williams. Oh, a nice pass. Jalen Williams with a touchdown pass. Incredible play. A little bit of trickeration there.
Yeah.
Here's Micah Jones with a huge gain there. Gets pushed out of bounds. We got a little bit of sack there by Gibson, right?
Bradley Gibson.
Drake Bowen.
Wow.
There's a reason he's going Division I, folks. Look at that play. That's a nice, strong run. Nice catch out in the flat there, and a good tackle by Hobart, but a huge gain there. And Drake Bowen again. A lot of people are saying this is the Drake Bowen show early.
When he gets into the secondary.
Oh, what a hit.
Scarce with the tackle. That incredible hit. Ooh, a screen pass to Bowen, and he's off and running.
That's unfair.
That is a big body right there. Tough to tackle that. All right, get a little play action here. Nice pass on there, and a beautiful catch by Clax. A little confusion by the officials there, but that was a completion. Oh, we got a sack here.
And a fumble recovery.
That was 35 that got in there with a great blindside hit.
Yeah, Drake Bowen flattening a Hobart defender there, running in for 6.
I would have liked to see Drake lower the helmet on the camera person there, too.
So here's Trey Gibson returning from injury. He had a good game.
Yeah, that's big for them.
Absolutely. Elrich, showing a little bit of pocket presence there, taking it for a little bit of a gain. And again, another run by him.
Nice.
Good dodging some Andrean defenders. Another great play. He is a dynamic quarterback, and he's even got the arm there. So that's the catch by Cody Johnson. And the chip shot field goal by Ryan Pimentel. Now this game was back and forth, and this came down to I'm not so sure that's the final score there.
No,
24-17.
You're right.
Because Hobart had the ball at the 2-yard line, the ability to potentially score the game-tying potential touchdown.
Yeah, that was big. They had inside of a minute, they were inside the 10-yard line, and Trey Gibson was stopped on third down.
Right.
I think at the 1.
At the 1.
And then they may have had a timeout left, but they did not use it, I think.
I think they did, but then they came back and they tried to throw it in the end zone, and it was intercepted.
Yeah, ended up being an interception with a half second left on the clock.
Interesting call. 4th and 1. It's difficult there at that point, whether to try to run it in again.
You have a really good running back, and you have a really good quarterback that can run. They've been trying. Andrean really firmed up on that defense. Goal line stands happen for multiple reasons. Andrean's defense imposed their will.
This rivalry in recent years has really been something that Andrean has kind of had go their own way. I think it was Wasn't it last year that the long field goal?
It was last year.
Last year was the long field goal. And then, of course, 2 years ago was the route at Hobart.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That we all remember. But last year, I think, after Hobart came and I think tied the game very late, Andrean, I can't remember the young man's name, but he kicked about a 45-yard field goal.
Yeah, I believe it was a lineman, if I remember correctly.
Well, yeah, I think he's a dual player.
Sure, but either way, it was a clutch kick and a beautiful kick at the very end. It has been a fortuitous situation for the 59ers, pardon me, so far in this last few years in this rivalry.
Yeah. All right, let's check out some more highlights. Big rivalry game down at Lowell, and the Red Devils got off to an electric start.
And that's what they needed to do. They need to get off to a big start here. And this is the return of Kirk Kennedy back to the Inferno. So this is a bit of a familiarity situation here. All right, we've got a kickoff return here.
Lane Zander.
Yeah, Lane Zander there. The good old left-handed quarterback Riley Bank with a beautiful catch by Elijah Anderson.
Well, I think this is, you had one guy, as you see here, really take control of this game.
Riley Bank. You know, we've all known that he's an excellent runner, but he can throw the ball too. He showed that today.
What you see on the line of scrimmage that it was Lowell early. I think Chuck DeMoss said that they were losing the line of scrimmage early. Lowell got off to the hot
Great catch
start.
by Zay there.
Yeah, look at here he goes again.
Riley Bank, another breakaway run. Just running downhill, a nice size, good strides, run strong for another touchdown.
I mean, he's a very strong runner, but not slow either.
No, he's an athlete for sure. So here's Marco Castro. Decent little gain here. Oh, but the whole defense. Yeah, that was Christopher Skinner there. Hitting him in stride there. That's Kendall Powers with the catch. A little bit of yards after the catch there. Brought it down inside the 5-yard line. And then we have a kickoff return here. That looks like Lane Zander, and he's got a seam.
Nice cut.
Yeah, nice cut, and he's got a lot of running distance in front of him. He's going to take that to the house for 6. A beautiful play by Zander there.
Year after year after year, you see Lowell's line of scrimmage get better as the year goes on.
Yeah.
Right.
I think sometimes you think it's week 2, week 3. I think you saw their offensive line come out and dominate tonight early in the first half.
It's one of two things. Either it's really good coaching or there's something in the water in Lowell that makes your linemen continue to grow as the year goes on. They're very well coached, and they're in a circumstance where, as their line progresses, so does their offense.
Yeah. Remember last year when kind of out of the blue, Lowell really thumped Andrean in the last week of the regular season.
Right.
And that was an Andrean team that went on to win a state championship.
Right.
So you see Lowell will constantly get better and better as the year goes on.
Coach, when you improve week after week after week, that's what you want from a team, right?
That's the whole point of it. You improve to the sectional, get your kids going. Like you were saying, their line has been very, very good later in the season. That's what you had said too.
Yeah. All right, how about some Lake Central, Michigan City?
Unique circumstance. There was a car accident that led to there being only fans on the home side of this game. Did not affect the gameplay though. We've got Tyler Bush with a nice handoff to Jaden Hart there. Another Jaden Hart run. Look at him go. Man, he runs hard. He runs hard.
A couple of outstanding running backs in this game.
There's Derek Coleman. These huge rushes that they're going. And we got Derek Coleman touchdown there. So the athleticism of Michigan City showing off early.
That looked easy.
And their offensive line opening up holes.
Nice return there by Amarian Brooks. Look at just go. We got the spotter in there in your living room, but an excellent play by Brooks there. And that's Xavier Williams with the run. Xavier Williams, another good running back. There's a lot of good running backs in this game.
Nice tackle for the loss there.
All right, that's Jaden Hart again. Oh, no, that's Marion Brooks. There we go. I'm looking at the wrong line here.
Good, quick to the outside.
Xavier Williams.
Yeah.
Man, he runs so hard, low center of gravity.
He's huge.
I would love to have him as my running back for sure. I got Xavier Williams in for
Well,
six.
you know, and I think Jaden Hart and Xavier Williams are both juniors.
Yes.
I mean, they're both going to be here for another year.
That's a nice catch by Hodson there. And Amarian Brooks with a nice run, yard after contact. That's excellent, good gutty run there.
Wow, nice
Amarian
run.
Brooks for touchdown.
Nice.
Beautiful off the right side there, found the hole, made his cut, and took it for 6.
Michigan City has struggled at times on defense, but their special teams let them down tonight with a bad snap late. There were 2 minutes to go, gave Lake Central the ball at the 8-yard line. I think this could be a program-defining win. You know, Coach Good, second year, coming over, kind of like Coach Bazia as well. They needed a win against either Crown Point, Valpo, or Michigan City or Maryville, one of those upper echelon teams in the DAC, to kind of validate what they're doing.
And they got this one on the road.
This is, I think, huge for their program tonight.
Right, going to Ames Field is not easy. It's not an easy place to play, and it's not an easy place to win. And they did it, okay, there was some mistakes made here late in the game, but you always put yourself in position to capitalize upon those mistakes.
Right.
If you're capitalizing on those mistakes, you're in a good position, and hey, the ball bounced your way.
Yes, they got a break, they took advantage of it, they won a big road game. You might say, we stole it, but then you start to believe that you can win in close games, and I think that this is huge for Lake Central.
It all comes down to a W in the win column, right?
Yes, definitely. All right, how about a game that was a little closer than maybe folks thought it would be with Griffith at Calumet?
We say on the radio, you can't let teams hang around that you should beat, and that's what happened in this game.
That's what happened here. And in fairness, Calumet did look good early. They did get out to a lead. Ponce with a nice run there. Amarian Chandler Terrell with a run. Look at him. Look at that speed. It's incredible how fast some of these players for Calumet are.
Speaking of speed.
Oh, we've got a fumble here. and if you are an underdog, you can't be making mistakes like that.
Trent Lococo, I think, on the recovery.
Nice pass by Calumet there. Cuts back. All right, that's Javon Lawrence there with the touchdown.
Yeah, Andrew Markham throwing the ball well.
Leads the area right now in passing. Markham.
That's Connor Cervantes with a hard run. Got hit very hard, but he's still back at it.
They're keying on him, you can tell.
Yeah, that was Falls with the tackle for loss there.
Fumble right there.
Fumble there.
Recovery.
That's Quentin Falls scooped it up and got a couple yards after play. Great heady play by him. Nose for the ball. There's Markham with the pass. This one's intercepted by Carter Crow. He's taking it back. There's a lot of green in front of him. But,
great one-on-one play there in coverage.
Yep. This is Gary Quillen taking it in. Touchdown.
Nice hole.
Yep.
Good hole.
Smart play on that option. And here's Ponce again. I mean, he is outstanding. Outstanding athlete, cutting back twice. They finally caught up to him, but that's a 40, 50-yard gain. That's an incredible play. And here's Jordan Bradley, touchdown run.
Griffith came back and had a chance. I think they got a couple safeties maybe. It came back and missed a late field goal that would have won the game.
Would have won the game. Two safeties
Yeah.
against Calumet there.
Safeties.
I mean, one safety's bad enough, but when you get two of them, that's a rough situation, especially when it's a close game.
And then you're getting the ball back.
Right, you're getting the ball back. So, but Calumet did hold on to get the victory at the end there. Great fight by Griffith. This is my surprise of the night. This is a surprising game about how close it was. No matter which way this game fell, is going to be a surprise to me because of hey, how good Griffith played, and Calumet's undefeated.
That's right.
They are an
5-0.
excellent team. So definitely a circumstance
Yeah,
there. This was an exciting game.
Definitely Griffith had a chance to win that game late. The field goal was with about 2.5 to go.
Right.
A tough heartbreaker. You see, Lake Central took advantage of that opportunity tonight. Griffith couldn't get that game won. So big time directions for both programs there with just the last second place tonight.
Now those last second games, they just wear on your heart.
They do.
It makes your blood pressure
It's
go up,
tough.
gives you heartburn.
It's very difficult. All right, let's go to the scoreboard, shall we? See the rest of the scores tonight. I heard you guys, Knox, this is the Hoosier North Conference. LaVille is undefeated, North Judson undefeated. Knox had already lost one game in conference, so I think that 2-point try, they were going to try to get back in the conference race with that 2-point conversion. So the LaVille-North Judson game coming up in a few weeks is going to be
it could be interesting.
Yes, that's going to be a good one.
Hanover all over Boone. Hammond Central looking really good. And Highland got Munster tonight in the Battle of the Bridge. Big win for Highland. They were kind of having
struggling.
a disappointing season to this point, but that's going to make it, that could change the momentum. Maryville looked very solid. They got off to a quick start tonight, even without their star running back. Chesterton big over Portage. Lake Station's won 2 in a row tonight over South Central. Big win here, Whiting over Wheeler.
Yeah, not a lot of offense, but I bet that was a hard-fought game.
There's Judson, undefeated. No problem with a much bigger school in Culver Academy. North Judson, again, just 1A, and looking really good now for down the road, and Lafayette Catholic all over Rensselaer. We're going to take a timeout. There's some other scores coming up, and we'll come back and see those again later. But we'll be back to Lakeshore Scoreboard right after this on Lakeshore PBS.
Doing as much as you can, as quickly as you can, is important to me. Life is short, and the earlier we get started helping our community, the better off our community will be.
If you're a fan of the prep sports programming that you're tuning into here on Lakeshore PBS, please consider making a donation today in support of this great programming. We are counting on you.
Catch all the region's prep football action on Lakeshore PBS Sports. We kick off at 6 p.m. on 89.1 FM with Ben Kolodzinski and Wayne Svetnoff. We'll give you a look into the week's slate of games with analysis and live updates from correspondents around the region. At 10:30, switch over to Scoreboard for highlights, final scores, and a recap from the area's best games. Keep up with all the games from anywhere on your phone or tablet with live streams of the shows and up-to-the-minute scores on Facebook and YouTube.
All right, we're back on Lakeshore Scoreboard tonight on Lakeshore PBS. Homecoming at Valpo, and the Green trying to slow down the Crown Point Bulldogs, and Crown Point undefeated right now and in command in the Duneland.
Right.
Although Valpo was undefeated in the Duneland going into tonight, but it was Crown Point who was the favorite.
It's a tall order taking down Crown Point right now.
Yes.
Valpo had a good first half. Okay, but boy, did Crown Point have a great second half.
The marching band, I love it.
Well, we'll talk about that, Wayne, because I think you're seeing a team that, with a great coaching staff that had a great off-season weight program.
Ooh, nice catch by Mason Adams there. A nice run by Berta there.
They had a really nice drive running the football. I think that
was a fumble there. Austin Cole got that fumble.
Just a few too many mistakes for Valpo to hang in there.
Hey, that's J.J. Johnson.
This guy's just, he doesn't slow down as the game goes on.
No, he doesn't. Nice ball there. Ooh, nice catch by Bradney. Yeah, there we go. Driven out of bounds. They're coming back at you. The Bradney connection again.
Catch.
Wow. A great game by this young man. Justin Clark on the keeper. Takes it down, looks like inside the 15.
Yeah, it's tied it at 7 when they score here.
Went ahead and took it in for 6, but from this point forward, there was a lot of Bulldogs.
Oh, Landon Delich is a stud. Yeah, both ways. I mean,
That's
he plays.
Grant there. Man.
He's got touchdown catches. He's got interceptions.
Grant again.
Oh, man, showing you he just is not a runner right there. There you
Landon
go.
Delich. Wow, wide open. Touchdown.
In stride.
Yep. Ooh,
Great
great
hit.
defense. I mean, it just goes to show you their offense is good, their defense is good, and look at the score. Look at the final score. I think this ended up being 34-7, if I was not mistaken. But this was really a sound victory by Crown.
I do think Valpo got a touchdown.
Did they get a late touchdown?
Yeah.
I apologize to my fellow Valparaiso Vikings there. I did not mean to shortchange you. But the bottom line is, this really was a strong performance by Crown Point.
We've seen Crown Point in the few close games they've had, week after week, they dominate the second half. They
Right.
dominated Maryville in the second half, dominated Valpo. I just think they're a very well-conditioned team. They play a lot of players. They're physical. Their offensive line wears you down. I mean, they're looking very good.
And Wayne and I were talking on the radio side of things. That offensive line will wear you down to the point where you can be a nice 14 to 18-year-old athlete in the best shape of your life, but when you're getting hit by someone who's big, strong, fast, and in condition yourself, it's kind of wearing you. Fatigue is a real thing.
You know, when you run your quarterback, that gives you an extra blocker. We've talked about how big their wide receivers and their tight ends are as well. Right. And they do a tremendous job of blocking inside and on the perimeter. And they just, again, Maryville was beating them going in the second half. Crown Point just continued to wear them down. I think it's these things are done in the offseason.
Everybody in the area now has teep on Crown Point. Everybody's, trying to scheme to stop Crown Point. And yet J.J. Johnson ends up with 5 touchdowns tonight against a Valpo team that you would think would be able to stop it.
You can't scheme against a force of nature right now. This Crown Point team is incredible.
And you know what they're not making mistakes. Valpo also had a bad snap on a punt tonight that gave Crown Point a really easy drive and a touchdown. And we saw the other turnover they had. They're not making mistakes.
Right.
They're fundamentally sound. They're making you go the distance on defense. So they're doing a lot of things right now, playing winning football.
Well, they have good athletes who have bought into the Coach Pazia system. They obviously trained really hard over the summer months to stay in condition, to become the physical specimen that they are on the field right now. They are very impressive. Everything is clicking right now in Lake County there, and I think that we could see a lot of success in the future going down the road here for Crown Point.
All right, let's go to the scoreboard and check all the scores one more time on Lakeshore Scoreboard. Knox went for 2, came up short. I think LaVille's undefeated. Cathedral all over Morton.
I think LaVille had 1 loss.
1 loss? Okay.
They were 4-1 coming in.
They're undefeated in the conference on the Hoosier North. River Forest, Aiden had another huge night, 43-6 for the Ingots. 55-7 for Hanover. Hammond Central quietly continues to roll. They got a big match with Westside coming up in a few weeks. And Highland beats Munster. No Justin Marshall, no problem for Maryville tonight. Chesterton got some momentum back, kind of dominated Portage tonight, and Lake Station has won 2 games in a row with their win over South Central tonight. 7-6 Whiting sneaks by Wheeler in a hotly contested game, low scoring. The Jays undefeated, 39-10. I can look ahead to that LaVille game coming up in a few weeks.
They moved into the top 10 in our poll.
Well, they should be, because they are going to be something to handle in the 1A playoffs here in the postseason. West Central in Culver, 24-17. Hobart had a chance to tie or win that game inside of 30 seconds. Lowell got some momentum tonight in the big game.
24-17.
Yep, and LC with a big win for their program. And Calumet hangs on, and Crown Point all over Valpo tonight, 34-13 on homecoming.
Pretty exciting week of games this week.
What, your surprise of the night?
Mine is the Griffith Calumet game.
Mine is Lake Central coming back and winning.
I think I go with that too.
Yeah, I think that's a program-defining win for LC because they've needed one for a couple years. What did they win their first 2 or 3 games last year, then didn't win the rest of the year?
Right.
So that's not happening this year. They've improved on that, and now they've that's hope maybe give them some confidence. They've still got games on their schedule they can win.
Well, I believe so. I think it'll be interesting to see that Valparaiso matchup towards the end of the year. See how they match up.
All right, we'll see you next week with Lakeshore Scoreboard on Lakeshore PBS.
Doing as much as you can, as quickly as you can, is important to me. Life is short, and the earlier we get started helping our community, the better off our community will be.